Okay. Awesome. Hello everyone, welcome back to another playthrough of The Sinking City. Last thing we did is that we started this game, was introduced to the world. We are in the state of Massachusetts in a city called Oakmont. We have a friend here, something. I forgot his name. He's a private eye, I know that much. And he has been having these weird dreams and hallucinations that actually seem to be based or take place in the city of Oakmont. And turns out other people are having weird dreams similar to his in this place as well. So we came here to basically investigate what this shared hysteria is that's going on that seems to be spreading. When we got here, we had this jerk whose name is Robert Throgmorton. He is how do you put it? Well, he had a son. Son's dead. His name was Albert. He is, I believe, I'm not sure what makes him important besides the fact that he's, well, one, very racist, and two, rich. I don't know other than that why he's important to this city, but like he seems to have some type of power in this city, and because of that, because his son was missing, he had locked down the port, and so we couldn't do our investigations in the city in order to figure out what this hysteria nonsense is. So we had to do a investigation into what happened to Robert's son. Turns out Robert's son had been part of an expedition that was trying to look into this weird hysteria that was going on, and he went out to sea with the crew, and he was the only one to come back alive. He went crazy, attacked some fishermen, and a fisherman called Lewis, who is an Innsmouther, which is like a group of people that is discriminated against by the people Albert is a part of. Yeah, so Albert attacks those group of fishermen. Lewis, the Innsmouther, chases after Albert, kills him, and we solved that. Thing about that case, though, is that Lewis and another fisherman both explained that when Albert woke up, that they felt this weird sense of craziness, hysteria, whatever, and they weren't in their right of mind. And Lewis claimed that he wasn't in his right of mind when he killed Albert. So, in order to get more information possibly in the future from Lewis and to figure out what this hysteria thing is in the first place, which is why we're even here, we lied to Robert, did not tell Robert that it was Lewis initially, and then eventually we did tell him it was Lewis, but that he was killed by these weird sea creatures. So now our job is to investigate what we even came here for, which is to look into the mass hysteria, which seems to be linked to this expedition that Albert was a part of. So we are going to go so yeah, this is what it is. The key to the headquarters. Robert Throgmorton gave me a key to the expedition's headquarters. It is in northern Coverside at the roadside or crossroad of Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. So that is what we are having to do now. I am dying a little bit because I was almost eaten alive by a massive sea eel. So ignore that. And Yale. This is a weird ladder. Alright. Oh yeah, he has these weird supernatural abilities where he can see weird things. Yeah, so now that we got the port open, we can get out of here and go over to the headquarters. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Robert Thornton funded an expedition to discover the origin of the mass hysteria gripping Oakmont. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakmont. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Robert Throckmorton was the only known survivor. He was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Throckmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in southern Old Grove.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis brothers.
So he was a sailor. My diary, part 1. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. I remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of a boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The officials said none of what I thought I seen was real. But my memories are true. My strange powers, gained after that ordeal, prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me. This is interesting. So, what was it called? If you remember, for those who, try to keep up with my live streams, I did a live stream a bit ago where I did 2 games. I did 9 Charles Street and then a second game. And that one was also inspired by a story by H.P. Lovecraft. Now, in that game, yes, Dagon, that's what it was called. In that game, you did explore the story of a man who was trying to survive, or more like remembering his experience at sea and how he came across this horrific creature and how because of that he became addicted to meth. I mentioned that because at the end of that story he goes off and throws himself out a window, and oddly enough this room looks somewhat similar to that room in that game. Like the desk, the door is not the exact same, but it is similar. It just sounded interesting. Oh, I can change my clothes. Ooh, snazzy. That one's pretty nice. I like gangster. I don't like that one. Nope. That one's pretty cool. No, that's weird. No. I like that one. Snazzy. Nice. I like that one a lot. I kind of like Windcoat. Let's go Windcoat. Hey, looking clean. Looking clean. I like. Alright.
Never again, they say.
Mr. Reed, you were the rare example of a man who treated one of my kind humanly, and I feel I have to repay the debt to you. Take this as a friendly piece of advice. Run. Save your life and leave this drought city to the depths. Don't dig into its secrets. for they are not worth it. There's nothing good left here. I believe you can find a way to escape. Please heed my words. Lewis Flynn. That's the man who was out of his mind and killed that Albert guy. Note from J. Von der Berg. Mr. Reed, it seems that you overexerted yourself while conducting an investigation of Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please, take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Johannes. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
That's crazy. I put my name up there. Nice. See? What are these? Nice. Okay. He can climb pretty good. Nope. You know, it would have been nice if, upon resting, they retreat. We filled your health. The nightmares. I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They're just men, the Yellow Kings. The Yellow Kings gang. They can't get here now. Now there's only me. Me and these nightmares. A little longer, I'll figure them out. So yeah, as I was stating, a couple of people are having these hysterical dreams. Nice. Alright. Gun locked and loaded. What's this? Ah, we got some drugs now for our head. We go crazy sometimes. You know, as one does. Keep it down. Mr. Archer, I seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. Your landlord.
The door won't budge.
Must be thorough. Place is an actual pigsty. That was a terrible sound. Gunpowder. Nice. Too many coincidences. So the lighthouse is out, several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing. But now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only this city wasn't so impossible to navigate. This city is pretty rough. Very windy. This room's totally not creepy. This room's really odd. If I thought I heard whispering. Getting Hellboy flashbacks. That happened a couple of times. You just wandering around and suddenly hear and just like, what? Speak up. Say what chest. I'm joking. I do have the second one of that. I will be playing that on my channel eventually. That game really did. Ooh, that game was exhausting. That was truly exhausting. It really did. Huh.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister. You want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Awesome. All right. Travel. You can traverse 6 hours on foot. You want to unlock fast travel points as you explore Oakmont. So I just got a bunch of notes. Got too many. Keep it down. Board it up. Note. Diary. Crumple letter. All right, we have a case book. Okay. Forlorn woman. This city, no matter how badly the flood damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from rocking, even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor, near the crossing of Fitz O'Callahan Street and Old Church Road. It came. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman locked in a room, infected and slowly rotting. My body turned to something. It itched badly in my face. I had to hold skin with both hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road, crying until some Innsmouther kicked me and ordered me away. Lone child. The visions are testing me, playing with my mind. My old forgotten fears come to life. When I was small, I was afraid to stay alone. I thought my parents would leave and never come back. Today, I went to the eastern streets of Coverside, and the visions came on the corner of St. Elmo Lane and Kingsport Street. I felt I was alone, forgotten in a locked room, hungry and frightened. It was so scary to stay inside, but everything was much worse behind the door. Something scratched in the corridor, and there were terrifying screams from outside. I cannot run, cannot hide. I just wait for Mom to return. Mirrors. I'm afraid someone stalks me. It started when I visited Eastern or Western Advent and had a vision at the intersection of Purity Road and Oak Street. Okay, so one thing you need to take note of are the different streets they're mentioning. So we're going to have to explore those probably. Let's see, intersection of Purity Road and Oak Street. I saw mirrors full of reflections. And someone trapped, trying in vain to escape. His expression of fear and panic shook me deeply. After that, a very tall and skinny man started following me in the distance. What troubles me is that I see him in the reflections, but I've never caught a straight view of this stalker. I'm sure the police will mock me if I come asking for protection. Seems it is time to buy a good, trustworthy gun and start to practice. Disgusting exaltation. No matter how different my visions may be, they are always so frightening. Today it was a man. He left the house in Southern Old Grove on Warwick Street, somewhere between Seaside and Hillside Streets. Our eyes met, and I immediately felt the burning exaltation, a wild torrent of emotions. I saw him among the monstrosities, touching them, embracing, kissing. The vision was so intense, I bent in two and threw up all my breakfast. He walked past, saying something like, "Cursed newcomers," and I prayed he wouldn't stop to help. Even now, when I close my eyes, I see the creatures around this man. Call of the ocean. Tonight, the air forced me to leave the hotel. The putrid smell of rotting seaweed and fish made it hard to breathe. I remember a huge apple tree and thought it may be nicer there. Moreover, I was afraid that the hotel owner would see my seizures. The visions occurred when I was a few blocks from the apple tree, walking east Brown Street in Central Shells. I felt like I was drowning. I ran forward, and when I passed the street of St. Michael's Church, I felt the water surrounding me, pressing, calling. I needed all my will to fight the desire to go to the mare, and sink into its depths. Static in ears. I was walking the Lombard Street in Eastern Reed Heights when it happened again. It's not just a vision, but a noise. Hissing radio static, growing louder and louder. Voices from afar were lost in it, crying desperately. I tried not to show how bad it was. I was afraid to reveal it to the locals. The images came after I passed Bullock Street toward Helog Street. The hissing flooded my mind, and I saw a man surrounded by radios, talking to them. He was dying. I felt it. And when it happened, the vision was gone. Voices from the pipes. I'm afraid of the bathroom and kitchen sink. Each time I want to wash my hands, I tremble in fear. What if they'll talk to me? This began after a vision in Western Reed Heights near the crossing of Audubon, Ward, and Baker Streets. I saw a man, naked and covered in blood, in a room without doors or windows. Surrounded by the dark holes of the pipes, he was cutting himself, piece by piece, feeding those copper mouths. They were whispering with voices so sweet and promising, but full of hunger and hatred. How could he believe them? How could he even escape? And had they noticed me? From behind, I can't help but turn around at any noise after what I saw yesterday. I walked down the Murdoch Avenue in Western Advent, and near Oak Street, I was hit with an excruciating migraine. My nose started to bleed, and visions came. I saw one man writing a letter, and another about to strike him from behind. Somehow, I was both the spectator and the sitting man. But no matter how I cried about warnings or tried to move, it didn't work. It seemed I lost consciousness when a killer hit the man's head, and it took me several hours to get back to the hotel after. Terrible fetus. After this vision, I shake in fear at the sound of a child's cry. It happened in Western Reed Heights on Washington Street. I passed Audubon Street and was heading towards Oak Street, but saw it. The thing was running so fast, I didn't even understand what it was. It jumped from the window, and the vision struck me immediately. I saw a man, a doctor, hiding in the room. He was writing something with a shaking hand, something like a last will. And then I saw the thing stalking him. A fetus on thin, pointy legs with a little face full of evil and hatred. It's shrieking. I can't forget it. Innsmouther's notes. The local Innsmouthers scare me a lot. I've never seen a place with so many ill people. Their faces pursue me in even visions. Recently, I was in the northern part of Grimhaven Bay, walking down Whisper Street. I barely made it to Hewitt Avenue when the visions came. I stood among many Innsmouthers, disguised as one of them, and listened. Their leader read the story of a captain participating in pagan rites, copulating with savage witches and beasts, bringing sacrifices. I still remember his name, Obed. Lullaby Crossroad. Today I fell asleep on the street. I'm sure it's connected to my vision somehow, because I felt the same nausea and headache as before they strike. It happened in Coverside, near the corner of Tanner Street and Old Church Street. I felt dizzy and my mouth was full of bittersweet taste. I saw a woman with kind eyes, giving me a drink and whispering something. Immediately after that, I fell asleep and spent nearly half the day lying in the dirt like a hobo. It's a miracle no one stole anything from me. Pack of notes. The hotel owner allowed me to look through the weird notes he found in the rooms of disappeared newcomers. Among them, I found several pieces from the diary of a man describing his life in Oakmont. He suffered from visions and marked the places where they happened. Was he trying to avoid them? Alright. So, a lot of information. My dear nephew, my dear Victor, or to my dear nephew, my dear Victor, how is Oakmont? How is Oakmont treating you? Should you require any support, the Blackwoods will be happy to help you. I've arranged for that. Regarding your question, I don't know where Robert went, sadly, only that he did not stay in Innsmouth. Perhaps there is hope he didn't pursue in that cursed raid. Take good care of the hotel, please. Plenty of our relatives were interested in the property, but he's still my favorite nephew. I know the Devil's Reef is in good hands. Kind regards, Aunt Portia. Just being nosy. In Bioshock, you'd be shot for doing this. I remember that. I got a little bit of trouble doing that. That was a whole lot of reading. Whew. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, now, I say we start exploring these places, yeah? Alright. So, let's see. It says, I went to the eastern part of Salvation Harbor near the crossing of Fitz-O'Callaghan and Old Church. So, Salvation Harbor, Fitz-O'Callaghan, Old Church. So, let's see if we can find it. She says Salvation Harbor, Fitz-O'Callaghan, and Old Church. So this is Old Church. Toko Fitz-O'Callaghan. Fitz-O'Callaghan. Okay, Old Church is actually pretty large. Okay, so it's in this area. Fitz-O'Callaghan. Where you is? There it is. Alright, so it's around in this area. So where did he say it was? Near the crossing of Fitz-O'Callaghan. Alright. So it would be like right here. So place mark. Yes. That's for the woman. Alright, so let's place another mark. Eastern cover side, corner of St. Alright, so let's get to cover side. Eastern corner of St. Elmo. So here in Kingsport. I'm gonna see if I can just go ahead and mark all these. So here. Awesome. Place another mark. Mirrors, mirrors. Western Advent. Western Advent. Nope. Here we go. Advent, Western. And Purity Road, Oak Street. Here. Like around there. Next. Southern Old Grove. Alright, Southern. Warwick Street between Seaside and Hillside Street. So it's on Warwick Street and it's in between. So in like this general area. It's probably close on the southern side, but I'll just place it like right there. Okay. Central Shells. Here we go. So Central. Is it East Brown Street? here, to the east of the corner with St. Michael's Road. Okay. So East Brown Street to the east of the corner St. Michael's Street. Where's St. Michael's Street? Okay, so this is St. Michael's Street. Or St. Michael's Road. So it's central, so here, and it says east to the east of the corner with, okay, so like somewhere around here by the looks of it. There's a lot of these. Eastern Reed Heights. Here we go. On Lumber Street. So it's on Lumber Street. Between. So like here. Okay, Western Reed Heights. So over here. Near the crossing of Baker, Ward, and Aabin. So that's Aabin. Aabin. Here we go. Right here. Let me see. Western Advent. Near the corner of Murdoch and Oak Street. Western Advent. Murdoch Avenue and Oak. Near the corner. So like right here. Yep. Almost done. Western Reed. I said Western. West. East. I thought you said West. Let's see. Washington Street. Washington Street between Aabin and Oak. Here we go. So like it's on Washington Street, so it's like around here. Northern Grimhaven Bay. So here. At the corner of Hubert and Whisper Street. So that's Whisper. Oh, we're right near it. So it says at the corner of Hubert and Whisper Street. So like around here. Western Coverside. Corner at Tanner Street and Old Church. Western. Okay, so there's Old Church. So like around here. Okay. And I think that's it. So those are all the locations. So now we are really close to the In Smiler Notes one. So I say we head over there and let's start seeing if we can discover what it is these people were saying. So how does fast travel work again? You can traverse Sinking City on foot, including by climbing. To navigate flooded streets, use the boat moored at any nearby pier. Geez, I can't read. It is best to avoid swimming unless absolutely necessary. You will unlock fast travel points as you explore Oakmont. Visit a phone booth to instantly travel between discovered locations. Fast travel points are marked on the map and the compass. Got it. I still don't understand what this H and all that stuff is. So yeah, I could use this to go to different places. Okay, so wish there was a faster way to open up my my map. There we go. All right, so let's go here. All right, I'm right on top of it. Okay. So let's read that note. That's the Innsmouther's note. So he said, their faces pursue me in visions. Recently, walking down the street, I barely made it to Hubert Avenue when the visions came. So infested area. All right, so let me, okay, so it automatically marked it on a map for me. That's nice. So dude was walking around here when he saw stuff. But I already passed it now, and nothing's happening with me. And it's supposed to be like when you pass things that you can like detect with your supernatural abilities, there should be like a whirring sound or some change in the environment. To signal you, hey, turn on your supernatural abilities. This place is weird. So currently I move firmly away from that. Let's go to that boat. So this is Hubert. You know what? I just thought about it. Maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Maybe, because right now... I need to do this. I need to go talk to these people. That's probably what I should do. So let me place this on the map. Where is it? Let me see. Are located in northern Coverside, crossroad of Usher and Road. Oh, already marked it. So it's actually like closer to here. Yeah, it's like right here. So actually, I'm gonna go do that first. Alright, cool. Oh, wait! Get out! Avoid the water. The water's actually very scary. Alright, let's go over here and talk to these people in the headquarters. Cause I'm very curious about this expedition thing. I am curious what the heck happened on this expedition. Because whatever happened made a couple people lose their ever-loving minds. And a lot of people are dead now, so... something's going on. Looks like he has... Alright, we have made it. Nope. So their headquarters are around here. Here we go. Expedition headquarters. Located.
Guess I don't need the key.
Let's see. Dangers of diving. Divers with the bends can suffer from numerous symptoms, including pain, impaired movement, nausea, vomiting, and disorientation. Acute symptoms can occur within 10 minutes of surfacing and include paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, dizziness, seizures, confusion, or words coming out all weird. The paralysis and numbness can involve several different parts of the body at the same time. Yeah. Diving's really dangerous. I think I would want to try it maybe one day. But it is quite dangerous. You have to be very careful. Oh, wait a second. Nope, not that. Like, the screen's getting all weird there. You make me think you gotta do something with it. I wonder what that means. Is it just me or is that crow? Yeah. Oh.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition? Someone smashed it beyond repair.
Is there another one? Here we go. Here we go. Getting stuff. Huh? Oh! Secret tunnel! Okay. Whoa. Oh, my sand is gone. Partially burned cargo manifest. The following must be unreadable. Bryn Haven Bay, no later than Friday. MKV diving suits 6, air tanks and pumps 4, canned foods 18, personal belongings 16 crates with name, research equipment 7 crates, air pipes 24, phone station wires 1, power generator 1, responsible for blah blah blah. Okay. Oh. Oh, sorry. Is it because I was losing my mind? Those things are about to pop up. Oh, Nanda! Choto, mate! Choto! What are you doing, senor? You. I didn't think I had to fight people. That was weird. I did not expect that. I thought it'd just be monsters, not people I had to deal with. What was that about? Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by a man trying to murder me, I was looking around.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Why did he try to attack me? Oh, okay. We got one of these. Okay. Okay, let's see what happened.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
Okay. Well, that's a lot.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back. I fatah me I Dagon.
Dagon! Again! Maybe those two stories are related.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
Okay. So I think the first thing they did was they broke in. So I think they broke in first.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
And then they went here. Smash everything.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
Yeah, they grabbed the papers, smash everything else. And then they're taking the stuff, bringing it downstairs. And then they proceed to burn stuff.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned.
They burned, yeah.
The archives, even the newspapers.
Okay, got some stuff in Mind Palace. Alright. So, casebook. The pillage headquarters. 7 men with Innsmouther syndrome broke into the expedition headquarters and destroyed everything in sight. They burned most of the expedition archives, scientific research, interviews with locals, freight and cargo manifests, even clippings of newspaper advertisements. Okay, the cargo from the expedition was taken to the Grim... Blah, blah, blah. The expedition headquarters was vandalized by Innsmouthers. They burned all the expedition archive, even the newspapers. So, burn newspapers. The expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a freighter from Grim Haven Bay. There might be recent postings or ads about the freighter in the Oakmont Chronicle. Okay. So, the expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. Okay. So I need to go to the newspaper archive now. Okay, so I need to go here. Okay, let's go to the Oakmont Chronicle. Did I get all possible clues in this area? Did I go upstairs? I don't think I did. There's a weird slimy sound. I don't like it. H. Doug, anthropologist. The Oakmont University Department of Anthropology welcomes the newest addition to its ranks, Professor Harriet Doe. Her brilliant discoveries from the origin of Inuit tribes have added a new page to the history book of humanity. Now, Professor Doe will embark on a new expedition to hopefully shed light on the source of the flood, and in doing so, shed light on what may yet be to come. Okay.
These samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from.
From the deep? Ooh. Fishermen reports. L. Sullivan and B. Morgan, local fishermen, report numerous large bubbles and an unbearable stench rising from the bottom of the sea. Bought a sample of a weird substance floating in the ocean from J. Harway. He claims he found it among numerous dead and strangely deformed fish. The fish were taken for analysis. Several locals mentioned a rock that rose from the seabed, making the fog shine in different colors. The witnesses felt sick and dizzy for 2 or 3 days after the incident. L.P. Stern got severe burns after chiseling off a part of the rock in his basement. Samples taken for analysis. Molto strano. Oh, that's the slimy sound. Is this? Alright, well, I'm not seeing any reason for me to be here anymore. I say, we skedat. Bye-bye now. This place is so creepy. Alright, well, let me, 1, to take that off, and 2, gotta come over here now. No, wrong direction. Yep. It's on what street? Howard Street. It should show up on the map. It's got real foggy. Cool. Got another fast travel point. That's helpful. So it's like over this way. No, I should be able to. Wait a second. No, not that way. I need to go down. Not that way either. Yes. If I go down here. This way. Here we go. Get him. Guy wasn't lying when he said this place is a maze to navigate. There you go. So I guess that's what the H tells you. Places that you can go into and interact with. That's important to what you're investigating.
The papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland.
Let's go ahead and get the interview out the way.
Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our reader something more about yourself.
Best get him busting.
I'm a private eye in Boston. The situation in the port was a good use of my skills.
Well, Detective Reed, I think you'll find our city has a lot of secrets, but people may not like you poking your nose in.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
Sure, let's do that.
Currently, I'm tracking down the source of the psychic phenomenon that's been causing madness and visions all across the country.
Ah, yes. It affected people here, but we were much more concerned with the flood. Though Robert Throgmorton sent an expedition.
Yeah, and then hired me to find it. Ironic, don't you think?
I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know.
All right.
See you later.
Arigato, senora. Got archives now? Archives contain topical information. For example, City Hall holds general data about citizens, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Just additional information. So we could leave. But... oh, this place is a lot smaller than I thought. Oh no, there's some stairs. So, I'm here, why again? There might be recent postings or ads about the freighter. So we're looking for postings or ads about the freighter that people took. Okay. Ads. So this is the editor's office. There should, I would imagine there should be something in here, but I'm looking real. Doesn't look like there's anything, surprisingly. Okay. Nothing. All right. To the upstairs. Okay, so this is when they print. There's gotta be something up here. Unfortunately, I don't think the ability of his catch-all type thing. Oh, we were losing some of our sanity at that moment. Or I guess using it makes you lose some sanity. The places I would suspect that there would be like advertisements and stuff like he thought, like he's thinking, there's nothing. Like less than nothing. Like there's nothing. Nothing. Nothing I can interact with. Nothing showing up here. Well, I guess go back downstairs. Huh, who needs stairs when you have this? Excuse me. When you have hole in floor. That's how I like to get to my other levels. The fact that there's nothing in here is actually crazy. Like, really? Like, nothing on a typewriter? Nothing on an old newspaper? Like, I can't even talk to anyone. Cause you talk to, the lady at the front desk, and she has nothing for us. At least nothing additional. Here we go. What's this? Newspaper archive. So I can choose evidence. Select 3 search criteria. Okay. So I need to look at how the archives work again. Archives contain topical information. For example, City Hall holds general data about citizens and organizations, while info about specific categories of people, like criminals or patients, can be found in police or hospital records. In the casebook, evidence may have a hint icon indicating you need to do some archive research. In the archive interface, select the piece of evidence you wish to investigate, then choose 3 criteria to search for relevant information. A search conduct with the correct evidence and criteria will result in new information being added to the casebook. Okay, so yes, it does have the icon, so I do have to do some archive work on this. Okay. Okay, so I need to do archive work specifically on this piece of evidence. So, let's see. Let's do district, Grand Haven. Expedition archive, but I saw clues for they left the city on a freighter. Advertisements. And again, it said recent. So I think let's try that. Awesome. The 30-ton ship Titania is currently available for hire. You will find it fully equipped for transport as well as the aiding of underwater ventures and exploration for the price of 70 rifle bullets or the equivalent thereof per week. Those interested are urged to contact Captain Jeremiah Sanders for contracting details. He can be found at Pier 3, Oakmont Port, Grimhaven Bay. So that is the advertisement we were looking for. So now, let's look at the casebook. The 30-ton blah blah blah. He can be found at Pier 3, Oakmont Port, Grimhaven Bay. So now, what? Titanium ship, Jeremiah Sanders, Pier 3, Oakmont Port, in Grimhaven Bay. Ah, is it just this? Yes, I just need to go over there. Okay, I can do that. There seems to be additional information I can get from the expedition headquarters. Well, we can leave from here. Let's do that. I kind of want to go back to that expedition headquarters real quick and see if I can get that information. I mean, not sure it would be like helpful. It's just a straight shot, basically. This is so interesting. I kind of wish it didn't have the fighting in it because, like, just the investigative work is really fun right now. I'm enjoying this a lot. There it is. So they're saying there's additional information in here. Additional clues.
Guess I don't need the key.
Yeah, they completely ransacked the place. Oh, the body's gone. That's not foreboding. I mean, I didn't notice this thing. It was weird. It was the only thing like anything I can do with it. So it seems like every time you re-enter a place, there is stuff you can collect, even if you collect it from that box already, which is helpful. It's so, like, that's what happened with the last case. It's saying that, oh, if you go out to this place, there's more information you can gather. But I'm just like, this game's pretty clear in what you can and cannot examine, collect. Oh, what's this?
Can't say I ever saw another shell like it.
Oh, what's this? How to protect. According to our data, the places with paranormal activity have a strong, previously unidentified influence on the human mind. We have prepared a list of solutions including meditative practices and a supply of sedatives to prevent cases of madness among the expedition members. I highly recommend discarding all those charms, amulets, and religious symbols which are of no use, and applying the scientifically valid methods of protection instead. H. Doe. So that was the doctor, or the lady they hired on to, examine the weird things that were going on. Another thing this game does that's pretty good is that it tells you when it is you have collected all possible evidence in an area. What's that?
Map of Cape Cod. It looks like there was something here, but it's been erased.
Is that all the evidence here? Okay, all evidence collected. And now we're cleared this place. Cool, now we can leave. Alright. Okay. How to protect. Go out to the casebook. Alright, so now I need to go to the Oakmont port. It's kind of far. It'd be nice to fast travel. Is there a phone booth around here? I'm sure there's probably one near the police station. Trying to run all the way over there would be a pain. Of course, I guess I could talk about something while I do it, but like, I can't really think of anything to really talk about. I mean, I've been watching my animes as usual. Oh, that is something I could talk about. I finished an anime. I finished actually a couple of animes already this weekend. I'm gonna watch another one and probably end up finishing that today. But the one I finished, I talked a little bit about in my Gotham Knights playthrough. And it was called Red Garden. It's from 2006. It was it could have been better. But in the end, it didn't turn out too bad. Let's see, I need to get to, again, the Oakmont pier. I guess we go this way. General idea about it is that you have these girls who were murdered, and then you have these two people, these two adults who brought them back to life. And in like the first episodes, they're attacked by this weird creature. It's a man, but like he's turned into some type of monster. Yeah, he's turned into some type of monster. He's attacking these girls, and they're able to survive. But the two adults tell them, oh, it's an infested area. Supposedly there's stuff you can collect here. They say it's a high risk, high reward type set. So this should be. Ho! Never mind. My bad. Excuse me. No, thank you. Yeah, no. No. We will die. I'm not trying to do that. Yeah, we're just gonna go around that, and I just want to get the pier, man. Yeah, they win. They defeat the creature thing. But the adults basically tell him, hey, if you want to, you know, live, stay alive, you have to do this every single night. And it took a while, but we finally got it. Sorry, man. Got an explanation of what the heck was going on. It was quite weird. Basically what was happening it's flooded. What was happening was that you had these two cursed books and like these two groups of people. And this one group of people called the Lore had centuries ago, literal years ago, stolen one of these cursed books. But in the process of doing that, ended up cursing themselves. So now this group, this family, these Dolores, are cursed to become these monsters. The very monsters the four girls had to kill. From an early age, they become these monsters. So this Dolores group is trying to get the second curse book back so that they could take away this ailment that makes them turn into monsters. Then you have the other side, the side the girls are associated with. And this side is called the Animus group. They, from what I understand, were the original owners of these curse books. I don't have time for this, man. Oh shoot, I went straight into the infected area. That's not what I wanted. Shoot, I ended up going in a giant circle. I need to go back that way. There we go. Kind of, cause I need to. Okay, I'm heading in the right direction. Yeah, they were the original owners of this curse book. Why is it so far off? And because this Dolores family had taken the second part of this series, I guess you can call it, the family of this animus group are cursed to live forever. So the Dolores die early and the animus people live forever. They can't die. And so what happened was that got the four girls, Claire, Rachel, Kate, and Rose involved, was that a friend of theirs, Lisa, had been kidnapped by this Dolores group. The Dolores group was trying to do experimentation on girls like Lisa to see if they can create an heir that will be able, or create a woman that will be able to have kids that do not have this curse that make them die early, so that the Dolores family line can continue. But the four girls, Rose, Claire, Kate, and Rose, Claire, Kate, and Rachel, they went to go see if they can, I'm going the wrong direction, see if they can save their friend Lisa. So because of that, the group Dolores killed them and were going to like dump their bodies. But the animus group found the girls, brought them back to life, and basically brought them into this mess. Okay, I think we made it. This should be the port.
The door won't budge.
Darn. What do I just like? No, okay. I mean, this is the port. Yeah, we're back in town. I just realized I ran all the way from there. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the Oakland City Port. He can be found at Pier 3. Okay, let's see if we can find Pier 3. So yeah, that's how all that got started. And yeah, because Dolores was trying to use Lisa to see if they can continue their family line. You had Animus basically trying to see if they can like save Lisa, save the girls, and all that stuff. It ended up being pretty interesting by the end. I would say it definitely has some sections where I'm just like, this is kind of boring. I don't care about these situations. Can we just get back to the mystery? Hello. Get back to the mystery of what the heck's going on here.
The door won't budge.
But compared to the other older shows I've watched recently, this is definitely one of the better ones. Like, it ended up being pretty entertaining. What? Alright, I guess we follow that sound.
Thank Kay. At last. Hey, help. Help.
What's going on?
Sea creatures.
swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
What creatures? What are you talking about?
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood. They're eating the dead.
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
I saw Sanders. Help me. I'll tell you what I know.
Okay, sir. I will die, though. Let me look at something. Crafting. I need to go there. Consumables like ammunition and medicine can be crafted in the inventory tab of the menu. Alright, that's what I need. Alright, got 2 health now. I can make... Okay. Alright. I'm starting to understand things. Boo, 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 boo. Huh. It only took 10 years. So I need to go here. I need to go here. I need to load this up. Go there. Load. Much better. And go here. Nice. Alright. Doing so much better now. Alright, let's deal with this. Oh, that's it. Cool. Woo!
They emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder.
Cool. That was easy enough. Yeah, it was pretty... I would say I liked it in the end.
Gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
We're losing our minds.
They were in high spirits, and plenty of them were drinking.
Yeah. Time charter contract. I, Captain Jeremiah Sanders, hereby agree to take on board my vessel Titania any persons designated by Robert Throgmorton and the cargo detail and attached manifests, as well as to provide them with any and all necessary assistance up to and including depth measurements, as well as diving support for underwater exploration and marine life observations. Aforementioned services will take place in confidential locations in Cod Bay. Afterwards, the Titania will provide support for all passengers to the Oakmont port. Compensation will be 70 bullets. This thing's kind of
This
creepy.
would be a weird artifact in any collection.
It's, wow, kind of creepy.
Cape Cod. Remarks here, but they've been erased.
That's the same thing like was in the expedition headquarters. Something was marked on Cape Cod, but it was erased. Alright. Let's get back and report to the SIR so we can get some information on Sanders.
dealt with the creatures. Now, tell me about Sanders.
Please.
We got back several hours ago. Those things, they came because of him.
What happened on the Titania?
It was horrible. A damn massacre. I heard the shots. I went out. I saw the whole thing. Sailors bleeding, dying. Blood hit the water, and then, well, then the wild beasts came to feast.
I gotta find Sanders. Where is he?
Saw him get away. Just after the shooting. Ran for the pier. Didn't see where he went after that.
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
Okay. So that is the time charter, blah, blah, blah. That's the advertisement. We got some stuff in the Mine Palace. So Expedition headquarters was vandalized by Inspilers. They burned all the Expedition archive, fled from the port when the fight on the Titania started. I don't see how these two be related. All right, cool. So, where is he supposedly? Yeah. He said he ran off. Where did he run off to?
The mayor's cursed these days. The mayor's cursed
Ugh.
these days.
What he said he ran off somewhere. Oh, actually, let me look over. Man, I can't imagine him being here again.
The door won't budge.
So I can't get in there again. Uh-oh. I think we might be heading into a stalemate. We're making pretty good progress. But he said the guy ran off somewhere. Some place we can look for clues. Is not where I came off of? So is it that? Can't exactly get on it though. Pier number 3. Okay. So there might be more on the pier. Okay, let's try that. I think once you find all the clues on the pier, that's where we're gonna wrap it up for today. This is really cool. So for whatever reason, before the fighting even started, what's his face? Sanders ran off. Already looked at that. Oh.
Shot dead. Point blank.
Okay. Ooh, here we go. Okay, look at what happened. Alright.
To the mayor with you! Die! Die!
So they started fighting each other.
drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
So they saw something at sea and they said, hey, time to drink. There's one back here. Oh.
You can't take me! Eat this!
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
So, what made them start fighting? I'm guessing it's the rum. Because there was no more rum.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
And then here, and then at the end of the day, there's only two of them left. And they killed each other.
Die! Die! You can't take me! Eat this!
Nice.
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
And that would be Sanders. Okay. There was a fight among the crew. Only one man survived, who was badly wounded in the shoulder. I think it's Sanders. No? So Sanders fled from the port when the fight on Titania started. The sailors on the Titania attacked one another. All but one were killed. The survivor has a deep wound in his shoulder. So, yeah, it's him. The harbor master saw Captain Sanders leaving the pier. The only survivor of the fight on the third pier of Grimhaven Bay was a man badly wounded in the shoulder. Captain Sanders is the wounded man and is now seeking medical aid. So, hospital. Makes sense. He will go to the hospital because he needed help. That makes sense. Wow. Okay. Cool. So we have a clear direction what we have to do next. I think that is a great place to stop. So we're making some good progress. I'm understanding how everything fits together a bit more. Understanding like the crafting, the use of the Mind Palace. We learned a new mechanic, the archive, and that seems pretty interesting. I can definitely see this getting much more difficult. So I'm gonna keep trying, pushing ahead, trying to make sure I don't get too stuck. We are making really good progress, and sometimes it's a bit slow because of the travel mechanic. But thus far, we have not hit a stalemate for real. And gotten to the point where it's just like, oh, I have no idea what it is I need to do for multiple minutes. I feel like the game is doing a very good job at making it so that your progress is pretty consistent each time you play it. So I'm liking this a whole lot. I honestly kind of wish they didn't have the fighting mechanics because I just like the investigating part of it. It's really, really interesting, really cool and fun. It's like a combination of Return of the Obra Dinn with Hellblade with what was the other game? There was another game that came to mind that No Case Shall Remain Unsolved, or whatever it's called. It's just a combination of all those different games, like piecing together bits of information and clues and coming to different deductions so that you can continue the story. It reminds me of so many different games, and the games I mentioned, Hellblade, Return of Obra Dinn, and No Case Shall Remain Unsolved. All three of them are really cool and really interesting. So I am loving this a lot. This is really, really cool. I hope you guys are liking it too. So yeah, so next time we're going to go to the hospital to see what's going on with Captain Sanders and how it is he was able to leave before the fight even started. That tells me he saw it was going to come and left before it really got bad, or... Oh, wait, no. I think Captain Sanders probably killed the last person. So no, it's probably that he was involved with the fight anyway. Never mind. But that means he should have some information for us about what the heck happened on this expedition. So that should be exciting. I'm very, very curious about what it is that happened. So look forward to that. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next playthrough. Bye bye.